All right, Form 4s, let's create a story. So using VBA. Same thing as shown in class. We're using the Developer tab in Microsoft Excel. I've already created my program. I'm just going to run it through so you see how it works. My design mode is off, so my program is free to run. Click Start, and notice it says write in your answers to the below questions then click on Create Story button. So essentially that's giving me an instruction. Remember, you are writing a program for someone else to use, and you have to make it as user-friendly as possible. What is your name? So we're just going to come up with a name, plural noun. Time of day. Singular noun. Past tense verb. Another past tense verb. Okay, create the story. So I'm going to press that button, right? And a story appears to the side. Once upon a time, Joel wandered on for another 5 minutes, but all the shoes really started to look the same. And it was too late in the noon to orient himself by the sun. He switched on his box, jumped at the surrounding trees and rocks, but he still could not figure out which way he came from. Finally, Joel had to admit he was through. Right, so it's just a little funny thing that we can create here. You need to come up with a passage first of all. So you're kind of working backwards. You need to come up with a story or a passage or a paragraph, at least 4 sentences. And then choose what you want to change in the passage. So you'll notice I had a name. So every time I had to call a name, I changed it with whatever I input, whatever the input was. So I had to figure out in my passage what to change, whether it was names, nouns, verbs, what did I want, time of day even. All right, you could do an object, you could do a description. It's up to you. You decide what to change. So at least 4 things in the passage you should change for your story. Next thing to notice is that I have a user interface, right? I had an instruction at the beginning of your start button. Then I have it listed and formatted what it is that I wanted, right? And another button to create the story. Okay, so now it's up to you. One more thing I want to show you. If I press start, notice the instruction comes up, but it also clears what was there before, because you want to create a program not just for one person to use, but someone else to use. So it cleared everything. So something else to think about. All right, so come up with your story. Decide what words you want to change out. And based on those words, that will be your inputs to come up with your prompts. Then decide what your user interface is going to look like. So you're going to design your user interface. And finally, create your VBA program to create your own story. I'm looking forward to see what you do.